Hi everyone, it's Driftwood speaking for Gamersyde, and I'm very happy to be able to propose this first ever homemade PS5 video on the website and on our YouTube channel. It's great to have been sent the console early. We thank Sony for that. We thank PlayStation. It was something we did not expect. I mean, considering what's going on in the world and everything, it seemed very unlikely that we would be granted that honor to receive a new console so early before everyone. And we're allowed to talk to you about Astro's Playroom, which is the game which will be pre-installed in all consoles and which will most likely be the first game you'll ever play on the PS5. And it's a short preview to tell you about the DualSense, the new controller, because this game, which is a full game, it's probably not a very long game, but it's a full game that is supposed to showcase everything that the new controller is able to do, and it's also a museum, a sort of tribute to the PlayStation era. So you're going to see a lot of references. Especially if you were old enough, like me, to have known the first PlayStation and the others, then you'll recognize characters. Some, are probably easier to spot than others, like this guy, for example, and his son. Not going to give away who it is, but I'm sure you do recognize him. But there are tons of characters. They're not just characters from the Sony exclusives, which mean there are characters from other publishers too that are iconic to the PlayStation brand, like Capcom, for example. And the rumble, the way the rumble haptic, what they call the improved haptic feedback, is actually quite impressive, and it's really a game that is supposed to showcase that, to be able to feel all the new types of nuance actually that I've never really been able to feel before in a controller, even though the Nintendo Switch tried to bring that to the table with the HD Rumble feature. I never thought it was really convincing, aside from maybe one of the first few games that used it. But in the case of Astro's Playroom, again, hopefully it will be able to be used in other games in the future, and also in third-party games too, not just in first-party, because this is really promising. You get to feel the textures of the environment a lot more, and combined with the speaker of the controller, which is somehow back from the PS4 controller. You can combine the feel you have in your hands to the sound, and the combination of both makes it a lot more realistic than I thought it would actually feel. In each level dedicated to one console, basically, you have one specific sort of gameplay, which uses also here the triggers, the new triggers, and the way that the fact that they actually are harder to push in some situations. Also, you control the robot here by just using the controller, not the analog stick, but using the movement controller in a way. And it works very well. It's precise enough not to be frustrating. It's not going to be a very difficult game to play, but there are tons of things to collect to complete the different puzzles in one of the rooms. But the thing is, you really do get to feel all the different situations to see that in a new light, because of the rumble and the haptic feedback. Which I think is the one thing that this game is going to showcase very, very well. You in Astro's Playroom, you unlock accessories and different things from the PlayStation era. But here, for example, I was ice skating, and the combination of the sound coming out of the speakers and that very subtle rumble going on at the same time. It's very hard to explain. If I had to compare it to maybe something that's more in the audio department, it feels like there's a treble and medium and bass, and not just one type of texture you can feel with the controller. Sometimes there are things that bounce on the ground, and are very, very, massive and heavy things, and you also get to feel that. But the subtle feel you have when you ice skate, you also get to experience it, and in a very subtle way. And it's something that again surprised me a little bit, because I have never been really convinced by what Nintendo tried to achieve with the HD Rumble on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm pretty happy to see that there seems to be quite a good number of things you can do with the DualSense, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. It's also a game that I've shown my kids. One is almost 10, the other one is 5, and they just love the cute robots, the different things that happen, and it's also something they can play quite easily. But they also really enjoy again, touching the controller and feeling the different sensations. You can also blow on the microphone. It's nothing new. I mean, Nintendo did it before, but it works very, very well. And you combine it with the sound that you hear when you do it, and again, it becomes very realistic. So yeah, all in all, for now, this preview of Astro's Playroom is quite promising, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the PlayStation 5 has to offer in the upcoming games. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more content next week. Bye guys.